Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Kenji. We're gonna make some roasted tomatillo salsa, or salsa verde. So this is, there's many different kinds of salsas, obviously, but this is probably my favorite, the one I make the most frequently, and the one that I think if you're gonna know one salsa to make, this is the one. The ingredients can vary a little bit, so I don't always put in these Anaheim peppers, but that's what I'm using today because I saw them at the market and they looked pretty good. So I'm going to split my peppers in half, scoop out the seeds. This is a salsa that's, good on tacos, good on your chips, good on nachos. You can use it to make chilaquiles. You can use it to make, divorced eggs, huevos divorciados, which is, fried eggs with two different salsas on it, red and green. Hi, Chen. All right, so we're gonna put our chilies on here. I got a white onion. You can use a yellow onion, it doesn't really matter too much. We're gonna split that. Discard the outermost layers. And we're gonna put those on the tray also. You can split it into like a few layers like that. We're gonna do one hot chili. This is a Serrano. Those Anaheims, they vary in heat. A Hatch chili from Hatch, New Mexico is the same variety of chili as the Anaheim chili. It's just from a specific part of New Mexico. Chen, you'll get something at the end, okay? All right, and then these are tomatillos. Tomatillos are not tomatoes, although they are, related to tomatoes. They're nightshades. But they are more closely related to gooseberries or Chinese lanterns. Cape gooseberries, that is. Uchuvas, if you are in South America. They have a flavor that is very tart. So a tomatillo salsa, typically you wouldn't need to add any additional lime juice like you would for like a tomato salsa, something that's a little bit sweeter, because the tomatillos are going to provide some tartness on their own. So I'm discarding the husks of these, but some people save them and soak them in water and then use that water to make tortillas out of, which will supposedly, I'm not positive, but supposedly will make the tortillas softer. I have no reason to believe that it doesn't work. All right, so I'm going to take my tomatillos now, split them in half. And get those all onto this tray as well. So if I had, a comal, like a big cast iron or stone slab that was heated, I could potentially just char these tomatillos there. You can also char them in like a cast iron skillet, something like that. But I find it's actually much easier to just use the broiler. So I have the broiler on high here. I'm gonna put everything under there. Rack as close as I can get it. And we're just gonna let that go until those are softened and charred. So that should take probably about 12 minutes it's been. Whew. So there we are, we're looking charred and softened. Depending on how strong your broiler is, this could take anywhere between, say, 10 to 15 minutes or so. Probably not much less than that, though. All right, so now I'm going to get everything into a pot. You can do this in a pot. You can do it in the... I'm going to do this in a pot with a hand blender. You can, of course, do it in a food processor or in a regular blender. If you want to really go hardcore, you could do it in a molcajete, like a Mexican mortar and pestle. I think I have a recipe for this posted somewhere, maybe on Serious Eats, that includes garlic as well. But I'm not doing that today just because, I don't know, I didn't feel like it. All right, cilantro. As much or as little as you'd like. A good amount of salt. And I'm gonna go in there with the hand blender. I'm just going to pulse it so that it retains some chunkiness. You know, I don't want any big bits of vegetables left over, but I want it to retain a good amount of chunkiness here. And that is that. Let's taste it. A little bit more salt. This is perfect. Tart, a little sweet, a little hot, a ton of flavor. Real good. All right, so this can cool. You can store it in the fridge for, you know, up to a week or so, I'd say. It'll be fine. Great on chips, great on its own. Great as the base for a, you know, like a chile verde, something like that. Cook some pork in there. Really great on tacos, really great on nachos. It's just a real good all-around salsa. Yum. All right, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Green salsa. Salsa verde. Charred tomatillo salsa. See you next time. All right, I came back. I made some chips. Oh, and I got a visitor. Here you go, John. All right. See you later.